in our design and the use of switching and the design of switching, a lot of time goes into making it simple. Finding the off button and having the off button turn everything off. I think that's really key.
I think we all have this experience of hunting around the room to switch the light off. I recently met a guest who said, I had to sleep the entire night with that light on because I couldn't find the off switch. And again, I think this is probably an M&E issue. I'd like to say from now on, it's in the do's and don'ts, there should be a good night button. And that good night button needs to be easy, accessible from the bed. Now, again, the bed, sometimes beds today are not necessarily easy to get in and out of. So having a switch that switches everything off and says good night is important. That means that we just have to think a little bit about standing lamps, where they are, how they're controlled. Today, the traditional approach is you have a nice lamp, it's behind a sofa or behind a particular chair, it's plugged into the wall, and to switch it off, you need to reassign all the furniture. So we should stop that and just bring all of the, and I think there's a cost saving in doing that as well, because if you hardwire these lamps into the system, then you have that great experience of switching all the lights off.
So that good night scene or that last button, that's kind of like a master, right?
It's a master. So when you have a guest room management system, the logic basically says, okay, I'm going to bed. Now, this is how I would like to see, or I would propose that good night button. When I go to bed, there should be a nice design, or let me say, you give me the right word, but the light should go off in a nice way. If you've got dimming, you have a nice fade, that's the right way, fade out of the lighting. And on top of that, night light should come on, because you go to bed and generally it's dark in the room, apart from all those other little lights that are shining at you. But you should know also where the night light is. And I think this is another important thing. From a sequence, whether you have the master as the first button and the night light as the second, maybe you switch those around, because the last thing you want to do is you get out of bed and you switch all the lights on as such. But yes, that's what it's for, so that you don't have to get out of the bed, go to the bathroom, switch off the bathroom light, move the furniture around, switch off the lamps. That shouldn't happen today. Unfortunately, it still does happen in many hotels, and it's something that's missed.
Yeah, the night lighting scene is super important, because sadly many of us do get up in the middle of the night. And it's something that we've also taken into our other projects in residential work, for example. Having a night function that can either be turned on or automatically comes on with sensors is just a great feature for a bedroom.
Let's not forget that today a guest room management system isn't an intelligent piece of equipment. It's not, it can be programmed, and if you choose the right manufacturer, you have lots of flexibility.